Dabblverse stuff, mumbling, pineapple stuff, dabbling, controversial stuff. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. NICK mumbling is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air, cause if you don't vote, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Jonesing for your fix of that Dabblin' politics mix. And when I fudge, you laugh punk. Shut the fudge up and back the fudge up while we fudge this track up. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. Retort in, now retort out. Hands up now, hands down. Back up, tell me what's in for the ducks now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 You wanna mess with dabbling in politics? You can't mess with dabbling in politics. Listen, we debate it all every week Saturday night, and the shoot-you thing right here. Yo, we're doing it all the time, so you better get some better views and get fame up on your dime. So we got the gang set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school dabblers blasting out the political shit. The asking for shit, putting bounce in the dabble pit. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. Retort in, now retort out. Hands up now, hands down. Back up, tell me what you gonna ducks now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you gonna vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 Hey ladies, where you at? Hey fellas, where you at? And the dabblers that don't give a fuck, where you at?
Welcome to Dabbling in Politics. I am OG Mumbling Nick. With me, as always, is Mr. Liquid Cryptid. Hello, sir.
Hello, howdy doody.
First off, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And want to thank the last couple people that subbed. We're now up to 100 subs. I don't know who number 99 was, but number 100 was Shaka John, so I want to thank her. She's the hero that found John's couch that he left outside in California. I forget.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I thought that was Sheet Shitterson, but he's the one that picked it up.
He's the one that picked it up.
She's the one that found it. Yeah.
Yes. She's like, I'm not touching this, and I don't fucking blame her. But yeah, so full how do I want to say this? My fucking brain has not been working all weekend. I was on with Echo on Saturday, and I had like 3 brain cramps. Anyway, full disclosure, I kind of deal with a health thing. I'm on some medicine that's kind of like fogging up my head and shit. So I'll do the best I can here. We don't have much plan. We're gonna wing this one, little celebratory thing. So I just wanted to start off with a little personal story we had happen in my family and kind of weave into a little Bill Maher.
Well, first, there is something we do need to talk about.
What is that, sir?
We were on WATP.
That's right. We got
for almost an entire half a minute.
That was funny. Obviously I was on because John clipped me. Doxed me, but I got one clip on there before, and I had no fucking idea either time that like when they just did this last one, I was in the grocery store, and as soon as I get out of the store, I had DMs from you and Eckle. I was like, oh shit. So yes, we got the WATP, as I said on Eckle yesterday. After Jake was on, I think we got like 4 or 5 subs. And then with WATP, it took days to get these last 2. It was like I got a bigger bump from Jake. But I'm not surprised. I love WATP, but they have a very tough crowd. It kind of reminds me of Opie and Anthony. They used to call their fans the pest. They just, you go to any one of their videos and they're 9 out of 10 they're complaining about whoever was on.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd get a bump from it because
No,
it was such
right,
a small
yeah.
little. It was such a small
thing.
little clip, and it was mostly just Jake.
Yeah,
they
Jake,
mostly cared about Jake, and then Adam was somewhat complimentary of us.
yeah, it became complimentary. It started off a little backhanded. Like I
was like, hey, thanks, Adam. I was in the chat, and I was like,
yeah.
well, that was hurtful to say that he watches these things so nobody else has to.
Yeah, that was the part. I was like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, then it was nice after that, but I get it. Yeah, it's I remember I made a YouTube short out of that same thing, and another one, and someone commented, he's like, yeah, real political because of the name of the show. I was like, hey man, it was a different show. Like we got political the whole second half. That's just not the juicy part of Jake admitting he likes trans porn, which was the funniest part of the whole thing.
And I know, and there I was fucking around with something else because I was starting to get a little bit bored. Or actually, Ava finally, woke up and decided to start talking. But so I was just like, let her go.
Yeah, I was like I think I can't remember if I told you. I told her, somebody. I was like, man, I was like, there were some questions I wanted to ask Jake that I never did because he was so paranoid. You saw he was so paranoid. We were setting him up, especially since he found me through. But that particular question, I never would have asked him. So I appreciate her being on because that's something I was never in my head asking Jake what kind of.
Yeah, I was mostly just trying to make sure he was comfortable and at ease, and it looked like he did. Especially towards the end, it looked like he relaxed a lot. So that was good.
Yeah, he started, instead of walking around, he was lying down, chilling with a fucking whatever, a prime or whatever he was fucking drinking. Have you been? I take it. Have you been getting the links from Jake in the past few days?
I have not.
Oh, I know he DM'd you saying he was sending you the link. I saw that one. Sorry, I know he publicly messaged you on X. He messaged you publicly on X saying, "Liquid Cryptid, check your DMs." This was days ago.
Are you sure that was me?
Yeah, unless he fucked up. He's been putting publicly me, you, and Ava, like asking us to come on his show. And I know he sent me his thing the last few days, and I think Ava, I don't know if he's sending yours to the wrong person.
I think he's sending mine to the wrong person because I have no.
That's funny because publicly he literally
I have no notifications.
I forget what day. I think it was like, I think the day after he was on, he didn't nothing. But then like ever since then, there was one day he was like, he messaged me and I'm like, Jake, I'm at work, man. And then I see a message in you like publicly, like Liquid Cryptid, you want to come on? Then he's like, check your DMs or something like that. Yeah. So I don't know if
I'd be happy to go on with them, but
yeah, I would too. The problem is he seems to go during the morning or the middle of the day when, I assume you're at work, I'm at work, so nothing I can do about it. Yeah, if I'm ever home, absolutely. But
tell Jake to use, look at your post to link to me because I'm not getting any of his
stuff. You're not getting anything?
So.
All right, I'll tell him.
So I think he's sending it to the wrong person. And I feel bad for that person.
Yeah, whoever it is, they're probably in his DM, so they're used to it. I've always heard this is what happens when you're on the plus side of Jake. Then sometimes at some point you won't be, you won't know why, but something will happen.
And I understand he likes to send AI music.
Yes, I've heard. I haven't got that yet, thankfully, but I've heard that from a bunch of people too. He makes songs for a bunch. I've actually been in chats of like I think Rob's on other people like Eckle, and it'll be like, hey, check your DM. I made your song. I made your song, and apparently he bombards Carl
from my channel.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to regret I ever said that. Hi, Jake.
Is he sending you lots of Lots of songs.
So your story now. So I mean,
Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
that was our big news. Oh, and the 100 subs.
Yep. So, oh god, it's not the discount. I didn't even see this, but Brandon Deft made I guess Kanye's got a new song called HH, called like Hail Hitler or whatever. So Brandon Deft, he's the one that clipped me doing the going back to Africa whole fucking thing. He made a new one to that song. It's like me doing all the to this Hail Hitler song. It was pretty funny. I didn't even know he did. Yeah. And he was not, I didn't know either. Then I saw Echo like shared it. He did it sometime today. And thankfully he was nice enough to put in parentheses like this is for comical purposes only or something like that.
Yeah, that's probably why I didn't see it. I've been pretty busy today. In fact, I barely made it into this. I was like, I was basically putting on the headset as I got the link.
Nice. So, okay. So just a quick story. I don't know. Like I was thinking I thought about this on Easter and then I figured Mother's Day. I don't know if people get together on holidays or whatever. But I don't know how many people this happens to, but my wife and I are obviously progressives and, economic populists, whatever you want to call us. My family is mostly liberal. Unfortunately, most of them are like pro Democrat, like they like Biden, they like Harris, they don't understand the whole corruption fucking thing. So we agree in principle, but not really. they don't economically, not really. But my wife's family is full on MAGA and like the hardcore MAGA, and most of them are down in. Not that it matters. Most of them are down south. And so my wife tries to not talk about politics with them because it just gets. My wife's very passionate. She'll start going all over the place. She can't have like we'll have discussions. You know what I mean? If she was on the show, she'd just be like screaming. But I love her. But that's what she'd be doing, and she knows that. But the other day, she wakes up and she has a family member. I don't know. Love this person, but they're known to have a drinking problem. So I don't know if they started early or what. But this person sent my wife, not the Bill Maher thing I want to watch later, but the Bill Maher segment from a couple weeks ago when he met with Donald Trump. I actually did a video on that, so I don't want to watch the thing again. Yeah. But trying to, I don't know if she thought my wife liked Bill Maher, but was like, see, even Bill Maher knows. And she said, you and your new family are, meaning me, I guess, radical leftist lunatics. And that's why some people in the family don't want to talk to you or something like that. So, I don't know if other people it bothers me because look, I don't agree with my in-laws at all, but it's like, we gotta, we're family, blah, blah, blah. Let's not, I don't know if anyone else is dealing with this shit where literally it's affecting her family. These are close members of her family. And now some of them aren't talking. I don't know. I don't. It reminded me kind of almost the Gino fucking Keanu thing too, where did you see that? Where Gino kind of snapped.
Oh, where Gino's yelling at her.
Yeah, and just for saying Trump was or Trump may or may not have been on the logs or Epstein logs or something. But it's no matter if you and your spouse or you and your family disagree on politics, it's I don't know. You shouldn't. It shouldn't be everything. You still got to focus on the shit, that made you family. I don't know.
So I 100% agree.
Okay, I figured you would.
Anybody who's going to disown their family over politics, probably should just be left alone. It's because I mean it's ridiculous. There was especially when Trump was running. There's all sorts of stories of this going on. Where somebody's I don't know how real they were, but especially all over Reddit where people are like, I disowned my parents and I'm not talking to them anymore because they voted for Trump. And and it's just like, dude.
Yeah, obviously it happens on both sides. Just with us, it's happening this way because we are the liberals or whatever. But and what was funny, what I want to get is too is they are very religious. Like they go to a mega church that's kind of, it reminds me of like a Joel Osteen. Like you can watch it online and the production value is like something out of the fucking Academy Awards or the Oscars or something. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, then there was some other like hint in there about people in the family not liking, you not being religious or go to, which was funny because my wife told me like they weren't. Yeah, where we come from, almost everyone's fucking Catholic, so kind of grew up Catholic, but nothing crazy. And now they're down in South Carolina and Baptist or whatever I don't know what it is. It's some different branch of Christianity, but
they lost their damn minds.
yeah, it's gone fucking crazy. But I thought it was funny because Bill Maher's an atheist and she's trying to share Bill Maher. I don't think she knows anything about Bill Maher besides like, oh look, he said Trump wasn't that bad. Wasn't that bad to me.
Well, you're more than aware there was a time when Bill Maher was really, really left and really about the Democrats. He's not so much anymore.
No, right.
And a lot of Democrats don't like him. And so it's just, another example of people who have chosen their team and they don't pay attention to anything but their team.
Yeah. Bill, as someone that used to be a Bill, I think I said this in the video I made, like for the late night shit, Bill Maher and Jon Stewart were like my two guys, and I actually used to give Bill Maher, this was years and years ago, a little edge over Jon Stewart because I was that proud atheist, that annoying fucking atheist that was just as bad as the radical Christian. I was throwing my shit in your face. I regret that. Yeah.
For a while too.
Yeah. Okay.
I have similar regrets. In my past of being the annoying super fucking. You believe in God? You're an idiot.
Yeah. Oh, do you believe in the tooth fairy too? Yeah, that whole, and obviously I would get more in depth, be like, hey, did you know Moses supposedly wrote this, but he died before this in this book, and all this shit, that contradicts itself, and the Bible's just full of contradictions. But I was that guy, and I mean, I'm still, more atheist, agnostic, whatever. I believe something weird is possible. Like even if the Big Bang Theory is somehow true, that still means shit had to come out of nowhere. The fucking But I just know that these books they're man-made. Whatever religion, it's not. We don't know what happened. So that was more where I came from. But I was very. Some people were going to those, like my in-laws are going to those fucking mega churches that were just ripping people off or whatever. And I guess I felt better about that. But I had other family that they believed, and they believed in good ways, I guess. I don't know why they believed, but it wasn't like they were assholes. They were still treating people nice. And I feel bad that I was just that fucking dick that just threw that in. I
eventually, felt
same
like a
thing.
douchebag about it and just kind of went, hey, being this anti-theist is pretty cringe.
Yeah.
Just let people do what they're going to do.
Right. Looking back, I was like, oh, like that actually messed with some family with me. Some of the younger family, like my nieces and nephews, and I feel bad about that. I was like, what can you do? All right. I see we have Ava backstage. We will bring her on. Hello, Ava. How we doing?
Greetings.
You just came on. Don't worry. I can take you off if you want.
Wait. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right, great.
You good? Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry, I saw you put your headphones in. I was waiting for the headphones to go in before I did anything.
No. It's all good.
All right.
I didn't want to wear those lanky headphones, and I made a bad last-minute decision.
All
right.
That's all right. That's what I got those under here. That's all right. I got the same kind.
I know, but these don't monitor, so I don't know if I'm over modulating.
Oh.
Am I good?
Yeah, you sound fine. Yeah, you sound good.
You sound fine.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, how are y'all doing?
Good.
We're doing all right.
Yeah.
So I was just gonna throw on the late. So every week, Bill Maher does this fucking show, and his last segment he always puts up is called New Rules, and no matter what, that's when he did with the Trump thing. And no matter, I'm telling you, as someone that's watched Bill for fucking years, he's changed so much on this. But the past year or two, no matter what the fucking new rule is, he always weaves in the left is too woke, the left is too this. It's like, doesn't matter what the fucking topic is, and it drives me nuts. So just for an example, I was just going to take the fucking newest one from yesterday, just go over it a little bit and talk about shit I think where he's fucking totally wrong, and maybe shit where I think he's right. And, just this little something to watch, because no matter what, like I said, no matter what new rule it is, he does the same fucking shit. I could pick a random one from fucking 2 months ago, and it could be some topic where he starts off ripping Trump, and then somehow he'll end up, the left is too woke, fucking blah, blah, blah. And he's stuck on that. He's so fucking, and maybe some people agree. I just don't think that's the big fucking issue, especially anymore. Maybe at one point wokeness was a thing. I don't know. But I think when you have all this money, whether you're on the left or the right, you got to find some fucking reason to be upset or to blame. They don't want to blame the fucking corporate corruption, because that's what's keeping them fucking rich. So,
are you gonna play? Did you play the clip?
No, I'm gonna play it right now.
Oh, sick! Oh yeah, let's do it. I haven't seen any of the.
Yeah, we're kind of waiting for you.
Yeah. So I
this
usually,
is better. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I play it at like 1.5, because I don't want to get I did that once and I was fine, but sometimes if I play at a regular speed, they take it down and shit. So it'll be a little faster than usual, but it should be fine. I tested it earlier and it sounded okay.
Okay. All right. Good.
All right.
Here we go.
There we go.
And finally, new rule. Let's hear it for Democratic politicians who keep it real. Senator Alyssa.
Fucking.
Are quote weak and woke and should get some
Turn up
energy and need to fucking retake the flag. I gotta say this.
It's actually full
I
volume.
love this new trend where politicians say fuck and shit.
I have to agree with them on that.
Yeah.
This used to never happen. Even when it did by mistake on a hot mic, it was a big scandal. But now it's become a way for politicians to signal the public that they are not just regular mad about something, but really fucking serious.
Total bullshit.
Epic fuck up.
They call it a shit show. We need to unfuck our country.
I say to that bullshit, over fucking fine.
I can't stand the bullshit.
Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up.
And people love it. Look, a politician said fuck. It's like in a movie when they make an old white lady rap.
By the way, I knew that's exactly the fucking clip he was going to go to from fucking Wedding Singer. It's like the only fucking one. But yeah, of course he likes that fucking CIA bitch. Of course he does. Yeah. Do you
Also,
know her?
yeah, Slotkin, didn't she already kind of like walk that little thing back to try to be like, no, Bernie and AOC are fine, even after that clip?
I can't remember. I know she went at them
did.
pretty hard, saying like people don't even know what an oligarchy is or something like that while you're doing the tour. Yeah.
If this is what the Democratic Party does, we'll get to Mar in a second. After like if it's just like Hakeem Jeffries and all of them just being like, oh, we can use F-bombs. If that's all that happens, I'm gonna jump off of a bridge. I hate them so much. And Slotkin, ugh.
I have a bad feeling this is and I'm sure Mr. Cryptid, I'm sure you agree with this, that both parties, sometimes these, I don't know what you want to call it, they talk to each other like, hey, we're all going to say this. We're all going to call this person. Like last week, they actually all went after, or actually it was earlier this week, I think they all went after Bernie for saying he won't fly coach or whatever the fuck it was. So the talking points, they get the talking points. So I think the new Dem talking point is, hey, let's swear, let's act tough. And we still won't do anything, but
no. But they'll fucking not do anything.
Right. They'll fucking do anything. Yes, exactly.
It's so gross. It's like you can tell that they were like, we need a Joe Rogan for the left, and then like they were like, oh, it's Hassan Piker, and they're like, all right, well, why don't we just start using the F-bomb instead?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Joe Rogan is kind of the Joe Rogan to the left, so
that's actually the more apt way to say that.
Yeah, when Pete Buttigieg is dropping fucking F-bombs, I'm like, oh Jesus, here we fucking go.
He's getting like normalized in the left too. People are kind of like, oh yeah, we like his hits that he does on Fox, and it's like he is a charlatan.
Yes,
he's a Kinsey freak. He's a goblin. He's a ghoul.
he's just a phony. Like I remember like they in college he used to be like a Bernie type Democratic socialist. He's kind of like the gay white Obama. He can just say he speaks well, says a lot of great shit. None of it means anything. You know, he says so much without saying anything.
But he's got a predicament though, because like he's gay and like people are kind of like maybe like I don't know if I like gay people anymore, and like so he's you know what I mean? Like if he would have ran like 4 years ago, they're like, oh, he's gay and he's like Obama, cool, and we don't have to worry about anything else. But people will start talking about anal sex and stuff now this time if you're around.
I think that's why they snagged him up because he was, I mean, fuck, the mayor of a city in fucking Indiana, but he's gay and he was in the military. So they're like, oh, fucking double whammy, the left and the right, identity politics. You know, that's what they do.
It's such classic, like they like have that seniority thing with their whole party, but at the same time, when you look at these people's records, like Pete Buttigieg's record and as mayor was a disaster. When he's in transportation secretary, it was like the debut of like planes just crashing apparently, which is carried on over. But yeah, I'm sorry.
And yeah, don't forget the incredible work he's done by making all those charging the electric car charging
that was a great success. I mean, he literally calculated like bread lines before he got into politics. He actually did that.
Yeah, and I remember he had so many. There was a couple of big issues. I can't remember offhand, but with the black people in the community, like there was some cop. They killed somebody. There was like 2 instances. I shouldn't even bring it up because I can't remember the specifics. But yeah, he wasn't even a popular mayor. You know,
did you see that? I'm sorry. I have
no, that's okay. Go ahead.
No, like he covered up like during like BLM, whatever you think about it. At that moment, he was covering up for the police and that, and then not being, and then just like being like, well, y'all can be mad at me to all the black people that are yelling.
Yeah.
But did you see that documentary about him, his run for the presidency?
No.
I don't think we can. I wish there was a way we could watch that together. It is one of the most fascinating like pieces just in terms of psychology. Like his relationship with his husband is bizarre. He is a mongoloid. He's a freak.
Now I kind of want to watch this.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
How long is it? Maybe we should like schedule a time. Maybe do it like next weekend or something. Maybe schedule like a couple hours to go over it.
Yeah,
even if we don't stream it, I would love to watch it with you too. It is amazing, and it's just so. I mean, he is horrible. It's just
So I didn't even know that this existed.
No, I didn't know.
It is like there's like a really great moment in it with him and Joe Biden, because like Joe Biden is like, it's when Joe Biden was just running around being like calling people fat and saying, I don't care if y'all vote for me. You remember when he was losing the primary over and over again? There's this moment where Pete Buttigieg tries to like be like, hey, you know, what's up, whatever, and Biden kind of gives him the like it's in the document. It's amazing. Yeah.
There's one I always wanted to watch, but I know I can't get away with it. I think it was Vice. I actually paid for it to download it for like $5 like years ago when it came out. It was after Bernie got screwed the second time or whatever. Vice did a thing called the Bernie blackout, talking about how the media just like blacked him out. But they literally waited until after he lost to fucking put it out. And like I said, we won't talk about it while it's happening. You know,
why can't we talk about what happened in that primary? He won all the states, and then like Jim Clyburn in my home state, South Carolina, the most corrupt Democratic Party ever. I mean, look at who they put Jamie Harrison into the DNC thing because of, you know, his water care. I mean, these are the most corrupt Democrats in the country. Another embarrassment for my home state. And just because he won that, they're like, oh, I guess Bernie's lost momentum, and then they're like, and then don't worry about that. It was like he won all of the first
nobody had ever won the first 2 states and lost. He won the first fucking 3, and then I don't know.
Buttigieg stole it, and then like later on they're like yeah, actually I guess Bernie might have won that.
Yeah,
but they did that to Ron. They did that to Ron Paul like in 2008. That's when I first got into politics. I was watching like Ron Paul like closely, and it was they used to do that on Fox News where they'd be like, here are the polls for the primaries, and then Ron Paul was the leader of the poll, but they just wouldn't show him in it. They just pretend like it didn't exist. Yeah.
That's what gets you into politics, when you finally see like whatever side you're on. You still be left or right, but when you finally see the corruption, you're like, holy shit. Look at the
Yeah, and
fucking.
I was into Ron Paul at the time. So I completely forgot about that. That was a while ago,
There we
though.
go.
They did the same thing to Ron Paul that they did to Bernie. I used to go
Yeah.
to bat for Ron Paul in that I thought that for Barack Obama's re-election campaign, it would be helpful for the country to have an anti-war Republican challenge him on his foreign policy, just on that basis. But
Yeah.
like people were too busy calling Ron Paul racist, which maybe he's, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, at least he was talking about
Right.
war, like killing, like war.
Look, I don't want to even be an asshole. I'm all about what they're gonna do. Like LBJ was a fucking huge racist, but he still passed some of the most, important, comprehensive like civil rights legislation. You can like force these fucking assholes to do shit sometimes.
During that primary, Dennis Kucinich said, "I'll run on a ticket with this." Before Dennis Kucinich kind of, I don't know what happened in that last thing, but Dennis Kucinich was like, "I'll run with Ron Paul, and we'll just do what we agree on." Which to someone like me with civil liberties and things like that, it's like, all right, but yeah, but they just pretended like he didn't exist. They didn't put his poll results in the poll thing.
Yeah, I think they did that with Bernie once in the poll. They mentioned like, oh,
Once.
yeah, right. There's one I remember
several
particular.
times.
Yeah,
They kept doing it. They just didn't put his results, and he was in the lead. Why can't we talk about that?
I can't think of her name. The chick from, she was a senator in Minnesota. She ran
Klobuchar, who by the way, Bill Maher endorsed in the last.
Yes. Yep. Bill Maher called Bernie Sanders an American hero in 2016, endorsed him. Then in 2020, he's pushing Klobuchar.
Yeah.
But I remember the one where Klobuchar came in second, and that was the headline. Oh, Klobuchar amazingly comes in second. So and so never mentioned Bernie won the fucking thing.
She's like throwing staplers at staffers and shit. I love her. She's
I
crazy.
forgot
She's
about
crazy.
that. Yeah,
she's nasty.
All right.
But here's the thing. Senator Plotkin is a serious person. She's a former CIA agent. You know how every streaming action movie now is about a soccer mom who used to be in the CIA? Okay, that's really her. So we should listen to her because she's right. Lady Deadpool is right. Democrats should reclaim the flag and then get it clean because someone's been humping it.
I hate that bitch. I can't think of her name.
I like Donna Brazile because
Donna Brazile. Do you really?
Well,
I finally disagree.
If you look at like her post mortem book that she wrote about the Hillary campaign,
Yeah,
she throws them all under the bus, and she has this like you know how like in OJ, remember when OJ did the If I Did It book?
yeah.
And so like for his subconscious, he named him Charlie. Like Donna Brazile does that in her post mortem book about the election with Hillary, and she throws them under the bus in a way that's kind of she's just so weird. I'll give her a pass.
Yeah. I'm 99% sure she's the one that gave Hillary that fucking question ahead of time against Bernie.
She did. Oh, she
Yeah,
did.
was
She,
that
she,
right?
admit,
Yeah.
she admitted it
Yeah.
in the book. She's like, "Oh yeah, we stole it from Bernie."
She seems like she's on Bill Maher a lot, and every time she plays to the camera. Like it's tough to see because I got it in time and a half. But every time they cut to her, she'll be doing some like, "Oh, that's right, like whatever, something goofy."
That's what's so beautiful about her is her narcissism. It's like she's not just an operative. It's like I'm Donna, and I got a personality, and y'all.
But seriously, this is a serious problem for Democrats. Less than 1 in 4 Democrats under 30 say they're proud to be an American. 54% say they're embarrassed by it. Embarrassed. Like America's your mom picking you up at school? You're embarrassed to be an American? Well, guess what? The feeling's mutual because you have no perspective. Is America perfect? No, of course not. No country is. Although don't get Tucker Carlson started on Russia. But but the U.S.
I lost it. This is what's tough for me. Like I'm told, like this is, I came from a very patriotic family, and I think there is some fuck that word, fuck it, yeah, validity. Thank you. It's one of those ones I always fucking struggle with. I don't even mean take back the flag, but every time like there's a protest and like someone on the left gets kicked out, the right's like US, like I think there's a point that we should take back USA. Like, hey, this is our fucking country too. But I'm also not very proud at the moment to be
Nick. That's what Slotkin's kind of saying. She's like, that was part of that quote. She's like, we
I
should be America, and like you should vote for her.
no, I
That's your
know
girl.
that's what I'm saying. This is why I said I'm torn on this one because I am one of those 54% that's not proud or shit, whatever the quote. I'm not proud of this country at all. I actually underneath I got one of those wearing a t-shirt with an upside down fucking flag on it saying under distress. But um I
Why not?
guess why am I not proud?
Yeah.
This shit's fucking crazy right now, man. Like I'm not proud of the government is you got to admit
Why would
Trump
he?
is little la la.
When I say proud to be an American, I'm that literally has nothing to do with the government.
Government. So that's what I mean. That's
It
what I'm
never
saying.
has. Yeah.
Well, what does it have to do with?
That's what's tough for me because it's I kind of combine the two and then I'm like, I don't know. Like we're not, we rank shitty and fucking not, we're not near the top in education, all the shit that we fucking should be in healthcare, blah blah blah. Like I don't know what we're proud of. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, and the shit, like it's tough for me to separate the government right now. With everything that's going on with the look. I'm someone I want the criminal, and I know we'll disagree on what criminal means here, but the real criminal undocumented immigrants, I want them out of here too. But I'm not seeing. I don't see a lot of due process happening right here. I don't know who the fuck's getting arrested and tossed out, and it's a little scary because that's how it starts, and then they move on to another group and another group, and
what is the due process that they should get?
The
go to
due process.
go to court, investigate, present evidence. You know what I mean?
Or just show me your papers. You don't have it. Okay, judge says you don't have your papers. You're out. There.
That's
That's
not
what I
what
said.
5 seconds.
but he's not talking about those people. He's talking about people that he's talking about the adjudication of that. The whole problem with immigration is that we didn't have the court system or the staff to adjudicate all of these asylum,
Yeah, the
migrants.
asylum's the big shit. Like there are
Yeah.
people. Maybe you don't agree with the. So we had
Asylum
that.
process,
You're
yeah.
right. We had that. Not to get off topic. We had that discussion. You and I, Liquid, on. We talked about all the killers. We talked about Kyle Rittenhouse, where I finally changed my mind. Where I was like, I still think what Kyle did was wrong, but by the law, I can see how he was found not guilty now. I just don't agree with the law. So maybe I don't know if you don't agree with the asylum process that we have, but Trump's like throwing it out the window.
Do you understand the distinction he's making, Liquid?
We do have an asylum process, and people need to go through that if they are here seeking asylum, or they need to go through the process for becoming a. Are we just going to go around in circles on this again? Because didn't we just do this last week?
Did we?
Let's get.
I don't know. I didn't talk about this one last week, so I don't remember.
I'm keeping my opinions quiet, but I was trying to focus you on what his point was because you're not addressing his point. His point was that about being proud of being American in terms of things like adjudicating these things. And so you didn't respond to that. How do you feel about that? He's just saying we need to adjudicate this because that's one of the things that makes us America. What do you say to that?
Sure.
Okay, there we go. See, that's all. That's all you
are they?
need.
I mean, are they? Do we know?
The point is that we should adjudicate it and not deport them first. That's
Are they not?
It doesn't sound. This is what sucks is the people reporting that. Like I saw like what sucks is I don't trust CNN fully, but they reported there was some mass deportation thing where they couldn't find whatever it was crimes on 75% of these people, and then a bunch of people that were here under the asylum claim, they're in the middle of the process. They got court dates coming up, and they're supposedly they're bagging them up. But I got to go by what the media's saying.
I'll only add
Yeah,
one.
and I'm going by what other. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I'm going by what other people are saying too, and I just see so much shit that's obviously lies that I'm just like, I don't know. Are they having trials? Is it just walk into a court, judge says, yeah, you're here illegally. Bye. There you go. Done.
Well, the thing is that we have a system that doesn't give these people trials quickly, so that's what the problem is. And he's responding.
Are we sure?
Yes.
Seemed like it. Yeah.
Yes. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. Even I don't think that's a political issue. It's just what Trump's doing with his.
Oh, in general is what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I got my trials pretty quickly whenever I had to go to court.
Oh, naughty.
I know. I don't think poor black people or migrants get those. But I will only add one opinion about that, which maybe we can agree on, Liquid, is that I have no idea what's going on with these people. And CNN will say, this guy didn't do anything. And then
Right.
something will change. And then everyone else on the other sides are like, this is Al Qaeda. And I don't. So why don't we just admit we don't really know?
I mean, isn't that what I just did?
Yeah,
You
yes,
did,
I will
but
give
you did, but you made us you took a stance before you did that. I'm not even taking this. I don't touch this issue because I just don't know what's real in it. Like, and I don't trust Stephen Miller, but I also don't trust liberal media because it's the same people that sugarcoated these same policies when Biden and Obama did it.
Oh, then and then you have the right-wing media trying to make all these people out to be demons.
Yeah, we
You
just
know,
don't know
and then
what's
you have-
going on.
And you have the left-wing media saying, no, they're angels and perfect people. And it's just like, yeah, that's both wrong. They're just people. They're here illegally. Are they getting due process? I don't know.
Holy
Well,
shit,
we
we
also
all
don't know if
agreed
they're-
on something.
I think
No,
we agreed on
I
stuff.
can't
Yeah.
trust anybody who says anything.
Sweet.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
why, like, there's certain issues where I'm like, last time we talked about it, I was still kind of like, I didn't really take a position on a few things because it's just, yeah. But do you think that Bill Maher, his relationship with HBO, that they recognize that he gets traction, like when he started interviewing Ben Shapiro and all that? So there's like an audience capture that's incentivized with this contract, or do you think this is just really him?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think he likes being. He's always been so smug and such an elitist, but he used to pretend that he was in favor of democratic socialism. He always would. I'd have to dig back. So obviously not tonight, but he did multiple new rules on, hey, how this country's healthcare is way better than us, or hey, every time they come up with a list of the most happiest countries in the world, we're nowhere near it, and it's always like the socialist Nordic countries, blah 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 blah. And once we got close to that in 2020 with Bernie, all of a sudden he's like, "Oh shit, I don't really want this because I'm fucking an elitist. This is gonna affect me." So yeah, I think
it's his pockets that are going to be
right,
empty.
right. When he thought, sorry, I was just gonna say when he thought there was no chance of it happening in 2016 and all that, he fucking said it. Soon as Bernie won the first 2-3 primaries, he's like, "Oh fuck," and he fucking switched.
I don't know if you'll disagree with me on this, Liquor Cryptid, but I feel like when he tries to represent what's going on in this country, I feel like I live in Portland, and I feel like there's a mass exaggeration of the amount of woke stuff going on, or all of this trends like activism going on. And when he every week when he talks, he acts like there's this like massive movement going on, and I just don't see it. And so my question was going to be, if you agree with that premise, like, do you think that he just doesn't understand, or do you think he's just lying because he's just responding with the people that yelled at him, or do you think that, like, do you think he's being disingenuous when he does an appraisal of this?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
For us normal people, the whole woke thing and trans agenda and all that stuff, even going back to the whole gay agenda, all that stuff, you never see it in real life for some reason. Well, I guess Nick is a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Well,
with
more
some
my
family
wife.
issues.
Yeah.
What are your family
But the
issues?
reality is, it's not there. You don't see it. It's all online shit. It's all news shit. It's
Yeah.
all online. It's people online. I imagine most of it is people online trying to get clicks and money and stuff. Is where
Yeah.
a lot of that comes from. Or, I would guess on Reddit it'd be, I'm going to get some karma points out of, saying the most ridiculous shit. And then people are going to agree with it. And then you got the people on the other side who are going to look at it and go, man, look at these people. They're a bunch of ridiculous morons. And it's all online stuff. It doesn't really come into the real world. I mean, it does, but
isn't that scary though? And that's my gripe with like Cheng, Yuger, and Anna too.
Oh god.
Is like they live in LA, and and they speak as if this is just all that's going on, and it's like, oh, are you guys just really so captured by what's going on the internet that you don't even know because you're actually isolated? And that's sad if that's the case, But
it's
I
like,
don't.
hey, if you get into the real world, none of that stuff that you're talking about is a huge issue. Not a huge issue in the real world.
when I was during COVID, I was transitioning, and one of my biggest fears was based on me kind of doing this same thing where I just saw trans people online, and one of the things that I was worried about was having to immediately separate myself from that. But then after I came out and I've met trans people in real life, like no one behaves that way, and so I had to personally learn that. And so I hope that everyone's not just reacting to this like, self-fulfilling. I don't know. That's not a good place to be.
I even think that the right is focusing less on woke. Like I don't hear it as much from them anymore. You still hear it, but not nearly as much as you used to.
It's just cocksuckers like this guy.
Yeah, he's just stuck in it. He's fucking stuck in it, and he found this little niche where it's like, holy shit, I can still act fucking smug as a motherfucker. And the right wing will be like, oh, look at this guy. Here's a liberal who gets it. Here's a liberal who tells it like it is, blah, blah, blah. And
it's just so boring at this point.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I may even like do a little editing if I find time during the week just to go through like I'll go through his last like 20 fucking new rules. And I bet you fucking 18 of them he brings up wokeness and fucking the same shit he's going to bring up in this. He brings it up every fucking time. It'll be a different, like I said, a different topic every fucking video, but he weaves it in there. I'm always like, I tell my wife, like, how's he going to weave in fucking wokeness and fucking
Israel and Palestine, and then this.
Yes, that's the other
one. And you're right. It's like, I don't think even like, I don't really pay attention to even right-wing media at all. But yeah, they haven't really been bringing it up. Like, I don't think, like, I do like, whatever. Yeah, I haven't. The ones
you like what?
Seen,
you like what?
Don't worry about it.
No, go ahead.
No, my train of thought derailed, and I forgot who I was talking about. I forgot his name. Anyway,
Tucker.
Yeah, we'll go with Tucker.
I like Tucker. I like Tucker's new show, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I haven't watched.
Tucker's great.
Tucker's great. I like Tucker.
He's
I don't think I'm sure he doesn't like me, but I don't know. Whatever he's doing right now in his career, I'm right there and watching it.
Yeah, who knows what Tucker thinks? Tucker's whole thing, it's an act. You know what I mean? I think he plays a character. I don't know what the fuck this guy believes in real life. There's too much contradiction from his private recordings and other shit like that.
Did you ever watch SNL when Bill Hader was one of the cast members back in the day?
I've seen clips. I know. I love Bill. I didn't watch the actual episodes, but I've seen shit online. Yeah.
Yeah. There's this sketch he would do where he was like a game show host, and it was like the premise was that like he would have people on in their lives and see if they know what their name is, and then he would just shame them whenever they didn't. Like it was like their janitor or something. Have you seen? If you haven't seen it, there's like an analogy for him and Tucker that I have, but yeah, Tucker I think is just driven by chaos.
Yeah, he
just wants chaos.
Yeah, and I like he's a pretty no nonsense, common sense kind of guy is what I like about him.
He has this ability to just kind of own mistakes he's made, and then at the same time he could make them again. But I just like the lane that he does, because he'll admit he was wrong about something. Who knows if he really feels that way? But just him doing that, I don't know. He's so manipulative, and it's so great.
But what I was saying is like, I like Tucker. I don't even really pay attention to him. I was just, I don't, as I said, don't really pay attention to much media at all.
You never watch
but what I was getting at is, the whole calling things woke is kind of gone out of style. It's sort of took a long way around just to get to that.
I feel like one of the things we do get to be excited about, perhaps all of us, is that these like Joe Rogan adjacent comedians like Hinchcliffe and what's that other guy, Andrew Schultz, and all them. I feel like their personalities and the flaws of their personalities are starting to leak, and they're all starting to crumble. And I think we'll get a good like 2 years of just them fighting with each other and embarrassing themselves.
Could be.
Bill Maher had
ahead of the rest of the world on most of.
I'm sorry.
Bill Maher had Tony Hinchcliffe on Club Random today.
I can't even watch Club Random.
That's the best show. That's the best show.
That's like smug overload, Bill Maher. It's like extra smug.
But you get the weird shit because he gets drunk and really
Yeah,
high.
yeah. I did watch the one with when Bill Burr was on, but that's like the only one I ever made it like all the way through. Just the smugness just kills me.
If I can apologize in advance, I've just
Yeah.
been doing homework all day and haven't talked to anyone, and so if I keep talking, you can tell me to shut up.
All good.
I'm
It's the show.
sorry.
That's it. That's sort of the point of the show.
I know.
We don't have people to talk to about this.
America
either.
has 14 million women-owned businesses. 17% of black women are starting businesses, which is faster than white women or white men. Gay Americans are free to marry, and 49% of them own property. Yes, in America, gays buy buildings. In other places, they get thrown off them. You know all those old movies you think are cringe? Well, they're cringe because America changed, because we modernized way more than most societies have. Our current Congress is the most racially and ethnically diverse ever. They're like a beautiful, useless rainbow.
That was probably his best joke. Fucking useless.
In 2018, Pakistan, the country I was born in, passed a law saying that people can declare their own gender, and there's literally gender affirming, like transgender protections in universities in Pakistan that you can get into for free if you're a transgender person. And I hate it when he misrepresents all Islamic nations as like throwing gay people off of roofs.
What I hate is even the ones that
do.
Even the ones that, I don't know how to say this, but even the ones that do, they don't deserve a genocide. I'm not like the kids and everything. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not defending the fucking radical Islamic fucking countries or whatever, but you'll see as we go. I'm sure. I think he does it because he does it every fucking time. He'll try and make you feel bad, like for like, oh, the women are so oppressed, which they are in a lot of, you know what I mean? So you feel bad for them, the women and the kids, but then he never brings up, well, that's why we were defending them from a genocide. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean they're okay to fucking kill because they're fucking oppressed in their own fucking country. That, and he always spins it that, well, I'll save it till he does it, but here we go.
And we proudly live in a land where every TV commercial features a mixed race couple, including the ones where it makes no sense.
Oh, come on, Mick.
Mom's black, dad's white, and the kid's Asian. You know.
Oh, God.
But here is the dilemma for Democrats. Their young people, their key constituency, not only don't like their own civilization, they like the wrong one. They actually think Hamas is a liberation movement. They chant for the Houthis. They're chanting, we will honor our martyrs at Yale. They're looking for love in all the wrong countries. Someone needs to tell the kids that America is not the society where women basically have no rights, where there's zero freedom of religion and where dissent is punishable by
fuck
death.
you fucking cocksucker, mother.
What I was gonna, this is the shit that pisses me. Like, I'm sure there's some dummies that fucking, or some people that hate America so much, or hate Jews or whatever, that they root for Hamas. I know that 90 whatever percent of us, it's Palestine. It's not. It's like judging us by our government. You know what I mean? It's not what we're doing here, man.
I'm studying like clinical psych and with a focus on research treatment for narcissistic personality disorder, which John has, and borderline personality disorder. They're untreatable currently. And some of the most amazing research that's been done is by women in Iran who are top leaders in their universities. I understand that those photographs, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Why? I'm sorry.
No,
do you want to, Liquid? Does that piss you off or?
What? No.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I was, like I said, what always bothers me is
Have you not figured out that I don't get pissed off yet?
No, I mean whether or not you. I don't know.
But no, in the Palestinians in Gaza, that is true. This is accurate. What he said.
Right, but what I'm getting at is it doesn't mean the fucking if it's wrong for them, the women not to have rights and the kids not to have rights, I think it's wrong to fucking kill 90% fucking civilians.
And I'm sorry,
well.
but can we call out this fucking hack move that is like so like early 90s Rush Limbaugh? That, by the way, like Kumia is doing. He just did this video about Bill Burr that I wanted to fucking like made me vomit. Like, what is? Are we just bringing back the? there are all these like black people in commercials, and then the white people look so stupid and dopey. Like, are we're doing that again? Like, I remember like being like
No,
11.
not really.
Like, and also, like, are these people watching commercials on TV? Like, what is who's bringing this back?
Yeah.
It's so hack. It's so lame.
That's the best point right there.
Yeah, nobody
Who's
watches
watching these
Right,
commercials?
right.
Yeah, is Anthony Cumia?
I don't know when the
is
last
Anthony
time I saw a
Cumia
commercial on
watching-
TV was.
Is Anthony Cumia watching cable TV? Like, he's playing video games and like fucking watching YouTube videos of black people.
Yeah, that
I
was.
mean,
Wait,
It is
should
true,
we
that
edit
is-
that out? Wait, is that what?
No, we're
It-
good. Hey,
It is true. It is wild whenever I see like an obviously like crazy commercial or ad or something like that. But do you know what I do? I go, huh,
yeah,
and
it's-
then
Who watches the ads? Even if you're like watching on TV, like you don't watch, who's watching the ads? And I'm sorry, but on that Cumia rant, he was like talking about like the Snow White thing, and no, I'm not gonna get into that.
yeah, I was like, I hardly watch ads either, but when I do see one and it's like that, it's like whatever. Or sometimes like I'll be like, oh, that redheaded dude couldn't have got that fucking beautiful Latino woman or whatever. I'm like, there's no way to be a couple in real life. And then I laugh
You're
and I
more-
fucking click. You know
you
what
were
I mean?
like, he's too hot for that nerdy
Yeah,
ass.
I'm like, there's no like I'm
She's
more.
way too hot for him.
Yeah, that bothers me more than the
Well, it's TV.
right,
Can
right.
I ask you? Am I veering this off too far?
No, go ahead.
Look, like, do you get the sense, Liquid, that like there's this undertone that's starting to brew that is kind of new, at least in my lifetime, with like that whole thing about the black kid when the person called him the N-word, and remember, you know what I'm talking about? This was the big news.
Yeah, Shiloh, whatever her name is, yeah.
And like I saw like this panel on Piers Morgan, and like he had these like two like blonde like hot chicks that were just like, I call people the N-word all the time. And like
Oh.
Mark Lamont Hill was like, Jesus, but it was like, and then like Anthony in that thing was like, he's like, people are erasing white heritage, like they're just using that language. And I guess I didn't realize we're doing that now, but it's just like, does that bother you as someone that leans more to the right that this is happening?
It's wild. I don't
Yeah,
know what's
okay.
going on with it. Like we talked about it a little bit last week, I think, or was it last week or a week before?
Oh, yeah, I think it was last week. I'm trying
Was
to
it last
remember.
week?
One of the
Anyway.
two. You're right. Yeah, last week of the week. Oh no, the week before. Well, the last show we did was the interview show. It might have been the show before that. I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, so we talked about it, and it's like I don't know what's up. I'm sure like a lot of people giving this lady money are, actually racist. I think a lot of people are doing it just to be involved because it's become a thing. And
Yeah.
like, I want to be involved with that. I want to say I gave her some of that money, and then I think some people are, like legitimately like, where's that other black kid that stabbed that white kid to death?
Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, he made all that money, and I think there's a lot of people who are like, oh, well, we should give her a bunch of money too, because that's unfair that this kid made all this money for killing a white kid, and it's like I don't know. It's
No, I
it's
understand.
like why are we making stupid people
Yeah.
famous? Is what it comes down to.
I'm with you on that part of it. It's like that was already kind of going, and it was going on with Trayvon and all those things too. I think it's just more like people are like on that Piers panel I saw this week. It's like the person said that she calls people the N-word regularly, and that she chooses to not live near black people because she wants to not live near black people, and it's just it's kind of. I guess I haven't seen that just be mainstream in this way, but I know that I'll shut up now.
No, you good.
It's a lot more mainstream than you
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
than you
Yeah.
than you might believe.
that's true.
Yeah, I'm even been surprised by a lot. I know exactly the interview or the clip she's talking about. I didn't watch it, but it was all over my fucking X feed about how Piers Morgan was just, or whoever it was that interviewed her was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Do you like Piers' show?
No,
I don't watch it, but no.
I do. I do. It's like internet, like it's the internet, like gossip.
Yeah, when I see there's clips of it that have made me want to watch it.
He had Kanye on this week too, and I can't stand Kanye. I usually just sit out those stories, but I do think Kanye Wes defeated him this week, and I recommend watching it. Like, it was very funny because Piers Morgan is almost as insufferable as Bill Maher.
Yeah, it's just like as I said, I don't really pay attention that much to that sort of like mainstream media stuff.
Good.
As I said, so as I said, when I see clips, I find there's some funny clips from that Piers Morgan show.
Well, he's not main. I mean, he's all YouTube. So like he has like it's just YouTube drama now.
Well, I mean, he used to be.
Jank's always fucking on the show. Yeah. Oh my god, did you see TYT had Marjorie Taylor fucking Greene on? Jank interviewed Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah.
Did you see the interview?
Yeah.
It's like interviewing AOC.
Yeah.
Nothing good's going to come out of it.
Well, AOC's not going to go on his show, so he's getting
no.
Well,
unfortunately, yeah, I didn't make it through the whole thing. Unfortunately, it was going the way I thought it was going to go with this new Jank, who who
I did kiss her ass.
He did. Go ahead.
Yeah, I wouldn't say kissed her ass, but he's trying to find common ground, which is nothing wrong with that, but I don't think it's sincere on her part. And so I don't know.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you say what you think. I'm having trouble describing how I feel about it.
I would only add that I think that there's a straw man that he's at war with, and but whenever I bring him up with you all, like the assessment to me is that he's kind of doing what Bill Maher is doing, where it's like this is actually just like aggrievement because of things that he's gotten. So like when he interviews and when he does anything now, he has to always reframe it and being like, well, the left did this, the left doesn't want me to talk to Republicans, and the point was never that they don't want you to talk to Republicans. It's that you don't just go there and suck their dick and throw like trans people under the bus. And if you want to do that, then just don't say you're the most progressive network.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the TYT doesn't have to be progressive.
No.
Say you're like a centrist, because like
just go. Hey, listen, we're tired of we're tired of the left. They went way too far. So we're moving directions back to the center.
But he can't admit that to himself because he still thinks he's like the underdog of the left. But
the home of progressives is
But he's just doing what all the people he used to criticize like him are doing, which is they all moved to the center, and he can't admit it. And that's what that interview was. He just kind of whitewashed, like, I guess there's like that quote about the space lasers. So like the actual quote is she makes that implication about that technology, and the editorial of it like added Jewish space lasers. And so he had her on and was like, did you say Jewish space lasers? And she's like, no, I never said that. And then he just doesn't follow up.
Yeah. Not that that's like even important.
Now I kind of want to hear about these Jewish space lasers. That sounds cool.
Well, it's like she used to like, she trafficked in that thing where that before we just say we hate people, just now they're like, I hate Jews and Heil Hitler. Like when she posted that at the time, it was like all innuendo. And so that technology was kind of being used to imply that these Jewish.
I know the joke. I'm just. I still want to see Jewish space lasers. That's all.
Somebody should make that a cartoon.
Oh my god! Real quick, two side notes. We went to an Italian restaurant today. We go every Mother's Day. Number one, the waiter next to us looked like a skinny Shuli. I wanted to take his picture so fucking bad just to like post it, but I was never able to. And number two, my gay uncle ordered an espresso martini, and my 14-year-old son started to laugh because he knows about the fucking Dabbleverse. He's like,
nice.
I'm like,
did you see that? Did you see that picture of Aaron like
in the bed
posted like George Costanza on
all sexy?
Oh my god, that stuff. Again another crazy fucking pay-per-view event with crazy shit happening. We have the Aaron stuff is just, geez. I mean, it was way worse than I was expecting, and I was expecting it to be, just a nothing.
Yeah, I've sat him out. Like I've never watched a clip with him in it, but I just looked at him and I was like, I don't know. But I guess I have to catch up on him.
Yeah, I only know look because that show I do with Echo there's always fucking clips of Steel Toe. That's the only reason I even know what the fuck's going on with that guy. But
See, I don't even know what that.
Yes, I just say I watched the clips, but yeah, the stuff they had on Aaron or specifically April's text to Nick,
dude, I was listening
about Aaron was just Jesus Christ. It's just like, dude,
because he was like licking his own cum off of her ass or
no,
something.
Nick's
No,
come off
it's
her
like
tits.
another guy.
Oh, that was Nick's
Yeah.
cum.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, you hate to see it.
Yeah,
I was listening to like when I was doing homework earlier, I listened to that interview that Chad Zumock did with Adam Bush.
Yeah, I just listened to that earlier today. Finally, somebody gifted me a membership.
That Chad Zumock guy's a blockhead. He's an idiot. He's such a dumb guy. Like that. Like people like him and that Quad Father. And I listened to the Quad Father one, and then I listened to Vince the Lawyer's new episode, and that Quad Father one. Like in chat, when someone like Adam Bush goes on those shows, they don't know how to process him because like he's like stable, like psychologically, he's like an emotionally stable guy that will be honest and not
And
like
smart and pays attention.
yeah.
But he also doesn't. All these people have that tribal thing where they're like, oh, somebody was mean to me. So like when they look at him and then he just doesn't do that, they don't understand how to like deal with it. It's fascinating. Like Chad was just flummoxed in that. He was just like, oh, I guess this is cool. And then eventually he's kind of like, how are you going to talk about this interview on the other shows? And it's like, oh, you're just doing it again. But I feel like there's this dark undercurrent going on after listening to this Vinny, because you told me to watch his last episode because he talked about me.
Yeah, at the beginning.
So I listened to that, and then that was amazing. What he,
I guess I need to watch some Vince the Lawyer. I stopped.
Dude,
well, I never started watching it.
He has this like
because everything he does is a troll or
right, 100%
sort of a lark or made up, or he's just trying to get some attention. So I never really watched any of this stuff.
But he's got that like, is he from like Long Island?
Yes, he's from Long Island. Yes,
he's got that Long Island delivery. He sounds like you remember like Anthony Scaramucci was the press secretary.
Mooch,
and then like he called that reporter. It was just like, yeah, Steve Bannon's sucking his own cock, and and like he got fired because of that.
Yeah,
like he has the delivery of Scaramucci on that, but like is talking about this stuff, and like when he misgendered me in that first thing, but he did it like Scaramucci would, where he's just like complimenting me, but he's calling me a guy, like this guy, and it was just like masterfully done. But I feel like there's these lawsuits that are brewing against Shuli, and then that Quadfather thing where they're like really getting into like whether Adam Bush was molested and whether Shuli knew, and then now there's this lawsuit I think that's going to happen against Shuli about these Kate Meany tapes. I feel like it's getting kind of dirty in this Dabbleverse this week.
There is no lawsuits for the Kate Meany tapes.
I think there is. If you watch, I think
right. We'll just tell you what's happening is Vince is trying to get John. Vince is the biggest troll. I can't even explain. You almost have to like watch Vince over time.
He's masterful at it. Yeah,
he's fucking insane troll. Like I even told you, knowing you, he did not misgender you. He did it as a troll. He did it. He always. Like,
I know it was good. It was good though. He did it.
Yeah, he did it to
it was
get
funny.
It to get your goat.
If you watch that clip of him doing it, it's like his delivery on it because he doesn't break. He does it 4 times in a row while just being like, "Yeah, I was great. I knows about Stern or whatever." And then like this guy, the way he does it is kind of it's funny.
He's always totally straight faced.
And it's so good.
And acting like what he's saying is, he that's his thing is he always acts like what he's said is verifiably fact.
Yeah.
That's just the way he says things and the way he comes at things is, and we just sort of like you get the little nuances of the things that he says, where it's like, it's like, yeah, I know you're lying.
It's so
Yeah, he-
trippy. Yeah, when I put that,
But
it
you're
was so
saying in a way
trippy.
that people who don't know what they're listening to are going to believe you.
That executive decision about him to be like, okay, I'm gonna have to assess Ava because she's in this clip, and to just do it that way is funny, and I gotta give him that.
I need to watch it.
It's good.
Yeah,
I mean, for the first, I'm not saying the whole episode's good, but that was funny what he did.
yeah, she's right. Her part's right at the beginning. You know, Vince says he never like, yeah, I don't know who this person is, and you know he knows who this fucking person is. You know,
Can you put that on?
Yeah, I can find it. He was like, I'll look for it. We're watching the rest of Bill. I'll look for it.
Okay.
Democracy may be on life support, but we still have elections. They don't. And yet at Coachella this year, when an Irish rap group projected onto screens, "Fuck Israel, free Palestine," got big applause. "Globalize the intifada" is the catchphrase that's really catching on these days, as if worldwide suicide bombing and cosplaying Islamic revolutionaries is the answer to our problems. At an AOC Bernie Sanders rally in Idaho last month, someone threw a Palestinian flag over an American flag, and the crowd erupted in approval. What should have happened after that is one of the adults on stage should have told their young, loyal followers, this is not a symbol of freedom. This is.
Adults, you're a child.
So am I wrong? Shit, I'll have to look into this after. My wife actually told me that Bernie told them to take it down after. I have no idea. But I
Of
don't
course
really
he
care.
did.
Yeah,
Of course he did.
So Bill's totally lying here. I
He's
actually don't have a
He's just pointing out one person in a crowd of 40,000 and
Yeah.
saying they did something. He's not saying Bernie
Yeah.
said it.
Well, no, he said he just said one of the adults on stage should have said, you know, this isn't freedom. That, you know,
Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
this is so like not that Bernie said that, but he had the person take the flag down. So it's like, I don't know, just I don't even care if Bernie had him take it down or not. I'm a big freedom of speech. Whatever you fucking put whatever you want. You want to put a fucking Trump flag up? Go ahead.
I thought we were the freedom of speech show, Bill.
Right. So yeah,
He's
Mr.
oh,
Mr.
he's-
American here.
It's almost.
If the thought leader
Sorry. I muted it.
is cringe and the people who run Gaza are great, the Democrats are doomed. Alyssa Slotkin's right. Liberals are weak and woke, especially the white ones, and they indulge all sorts of nonsense from their kids, a pattern that then continues on in the Democratic Party. Last election, it was all the gender stuff, the insistence that men can have babies and such, and now I fear that we like the terrorists is the new that. Liberals need to push back on the dumb ideas that come from their children. The Democrats' problem is the energy of the party is with the young and the young are with the terrorists. That's not good. So talk to your children and remind them, you don't really want to live like your heroes in Hamas. All the shit you do all day, it was all made in America. Your smartphone, your Grubhub, your freedom to bitch about America, that's all American stuff. You tell your phone you want a milkshake and a guy brings it to your house. Please, you couldn't survive a week living in Intifadaville.
This
You're right. Nobody's saying they want to go live in Palestine.
this fucking low-life cocksucker motherfucking douchebag. Like Jane fought this is when I'll tell you he's lying right here. This is him lying. Jane Fonda went on Club Random and was like, they're not saying men can have babies. They're saying that there are trans men who have reproductive organs that have babies. They're not saying that trans women think that they can get pregnant. And he was like, oh, okay. And then moved on. And then he's just doing it again. Sorry.
Yeah, they focus on shit that I'm not trying to belittle it, but it's like it's not. Who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. I don't get why he focuses on this shit and acts like that's all anyone cares about and talks about. That's
Because
what I mean.
he's
This
a
isn't
baby.
real world. Yeah.
He's a baby, just lives in that stupid house and like doesn't, you know, he
It-
doesn't.
He sits around and consumes media.
Yeah. Yeah. He, like I said, it's not.
Does
it's not
he?
real world for him.
Does he consume media because he's not in it anymore? So do you think that maybe he just doesn't know, and maybe he just
Or, you know,
he just watches
probably
what
watches,
Sam Harris will text him, and then he'll watch that.
or he just watches some stuff here and there, and then, you know, writes some stuff down about what he's going to talk about.
He's watching I Love Lucy unless Sam Harris is texting him like shit about Palestine.
Well, when you're this rich, none of this shit affects you. I mean, that's why he's still, even though he's got all these differences with Kid Rock, they're fucking best buds because, hey, we're fucking rich. We like to get high. Fuck it. Doesn't matter what president does what. We're fucking fine. You know.
Well, I mean, I don't judge him on that. I would hang out with Kid Rock too.
I couldn't. He's friends with
Well,
Eddie
I mean,
Vedder,
who
who's my guy, so I can't knock that either. I guess.
What's your favorite Pearl Jam record?
Oh, 10. 10 very, I actually made an all list before, but yeah, I actually think the first three are the three best, and then it jumps to it's to Avocado, and then I don't want to bore everybody in case they don't know all the albums, but yeah,
Dude,
10's
dude,
my favorite.
dude, Dave Abruzzese drumming.
Was he was the best. He was
but
the
he's,
best.
he's versus in Vitology.
Yeah, versus in Vitology. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, too many.
But
drummers.
if you wanna be all stuttering John and pick fucking 10, then go ahead, douchebag.
So that's what I hate. It's the first album, so it's the easy one to pick, but it's still my favorite. What can I do? Like I said, I jumped to like Avocado's like the fucking sixth album, and then after that I'd probably go with Yield, and then start.
I
looking
dropped
more
off
at
after Yield.
Yield.
I just didn't listen to. They might be good. I don't know.
Yeah, there's two bad ones that came out back to back, but the rest are all really good.
Mm.
All right, I'll finish this off.
You're like the girl in White Lotus who was going to live in a Buddhist monastery and then lasted one night.
Okay, fuck you, Bill.
I watch so much trash of people that I disagree with, and just like, I don't know, it's like entertaining, and I'm getting to a point with him specifically where I starting to not even want to hear what he has to say, because it's like so, not because I'm offended by it, because I hear that everywhere else, but like it's just so I don't know.
Yeah, I think my wife.
That's all right. You know what? I do the exact same thing. Like I don't. As I've told Dick before, like when I do watch media, I don't watch right wing stuff because why? I watch people that I disagree with. I don't need somebody to tell me that my opinions are right and why.
or someone that's doing something original. That's why I say like someone like Tucker. It's like he's like got his own lane, but when people do this hack shit, it's just so played out at this point.
Yeah. All right. So I'm not.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go too late tonight. We'll watch this one, then I'll probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's see what we
My
got.
battery's getting low, so
Okay.
You're using a battery?
yeah, my headset.
Oh, that's right. The headset.
Alcohol, more drugs, apparently.
Much you think?
I don't know if he's coping with something. If he's coping with something that's going to really, really harm him in the future, I don't know. I just don't know what the future is for someone that just can't be authentic with us. We want the truth. It's okay if you stumble. I don't understand how some people just can't admit when they're wrong. They can't admit when.
I think Ava just discovered Vinny, like she just discovered fucking Jake. Yeah, this is Vinny textbook.
I've never watched. I've never watched the show until last week and this week, and like, I've been DM'd by people in these shows to say steer clear of this guy.
Yes, don't go on
And
the show. Yes.
No, I don't even know if he would ever. I don't. That's fine. I'm just saying whatever he did on these two shows is just so. And he really is a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just funny. I don't know why. It's just funny because
Yeah,
his delivery is like really.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's great. He has a great deadpan. That's what I'm saying. His delivery makes it seem like it's all true, but and that he actually believes what he's saying. But he's really just a shit talker.
Yeah.
And he's shit talking people and trolling, and every single thing out of his mouth is a lie.
His video today, I mean, like he was clearly trying to manipulate Adam and like question Adam. He was like playing to Adam's psyche. Adam wasn't on it, but he was deep diving Adam and like trying to make Adam question his relationship with his father and his mother for like letting him be put in vulnerable places as a child. It was a stunning. I mean, but he still covers his legal bases, even though he's like,
Yeah,
he's so manipulative. It's just fascinating.
I hate Vince, but if you can find some old Rico, like when Vince used to go on John's show and fuck with John right to his face without John picking up. John
I've never
wouldn't
seen those. I've never.
Oh
seen
my
those.
god.
Oh my
You gotta
god.
find them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're the best. Like Vinny be trolling John right to his fucking face, and John doesn't even pick up on it.
He's such a weird, interesting character.
Failing's a huge part of success. Huge. And it's okay. And I'm not sure what the newspayer's issue is. And you obviously know we're going to get into them. And we're a news reporting organization.
Yeah, he'll do shit like he pretends like, and I like the frog. I like Jay Russo, even though he hates.
He did that about me. But I love that he also just calls him the newspaper and the shitware, like casually.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is when he'll be like, stuttering John isn't a narcissist, but if he was, he would blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he just names shit John does. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we do here. So let's get into this first clip with the Deuce Bear. I don't know who this new dude is above him, but you have Log Cabin Larry and I guess that guy Mike there.
Stuttering John made it chiller.
Okay, that was good.
$480.
And this guy said $480, and he's not even close. I don't know if he's joking. I like this guy. I don't know who he is, but I know that he has a lot of information on Howard Stern and previous shows on Stern. I like people that understand the nuances of the old Stern show, and this guy definitely does. But dude, you're way off. There's nowhere near $480. I don't know if John told me he made about $5,200 in the total weekend. And I had said, if I know my John Eric Melendez, and I do, he would never lay out any money for anything, except for maybe something that's going to happen. And we're going to get into that once it's done. I've never seen John lay out $1 for anything. But again, he thinks it as an investment, but he did have someone there, I think, that was actually purchasing the table for him. Remember that we looked for the table. Our beat reporter, F. Mammy, found out that it was $400 to get a table there. I know John would never spend that, but he made $5,200 net.
You think he made 80 profit? Well, he didn't
like
pay.
480.
He didn't
Like-
pay for the spot. The spot is $400 to have a booth.
Right.
So,
Okay, then 80. So I was just making that, but like to me that is such a funny move. Like he just opens the show off, just comes in, just hits up that subject, like misgenders me 4 times, but also just refocusing it back to like this thing and just acting like he's not doing it. It's funny. It's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's what he does. It's one of
He's a character for sure.
That's a good ball busting move. There's a lot of people that are not good at ball busting, curiously enough, in this Dabbleverse, but that just like the 4 like left hooks he did there.
Yeah,
funny.
the only problem with Vince is he knows no boundaries. He goes too far. That's like he's shown like Shuli's house. You know, he gave out Shuli's phone number. He has no issue with doxing shit. So that's the.
Oh no,
problem with Vince.
I've been weary about him in that area or whatever, but you know.
Yeah, so go watch him, go on a show, have conversations with him. Just don't let him.
Yeah.
don't let him in your head.
Nope. Don't let him manipulate you. Don't give him any information personally.
I'm not even suggesting I do that. I'm just simply saying that was good.
Yeah.
And then what he did.
That was pretty funny though. Yeah.
That was legitimately funny.
I wish I watched him more because I was laughing pretty good too. I was like, dude, just to let's get this out of the way. And like, what if that clip he's actually covering is actually not that interesting? It was just a throwaway joke. So he clearly just wanted to do what he that. Yeah, he just wanted to say, I don't know who this dude is.
Yeah.
Seems like a smart guy.
He does a lot of on these shows. Because like Carl and John live in fucking wherever the fuck they live in Florida. There, he does a lot of Cape Coral. Like there's so many like news stories there about these violent crimes and the pollution, and he shows their news shit all the time just to shit on where John and Carl fucking live. It's funny.
That's good.
All right, I'm gonna wrap this one up.
Cool.
Ava, if you or look, either one of you, I'm thinking of going live randomly sometime during the week. If either one of you feel like it, let me know. Or if I end up feeling like it, I'll let you both know.
Just message me like in the afternoon and let me know.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And also we should watch that Pete Buttigieg documentary.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's
you got me really interested in it.
Yeah, it's good.
Maybe I'll have to watch it and then take some notes.
Fair enough. Well, it's so good to talk to y'all. Thank you for having me on.
No problem. Thanks for coming. Thank you, Liquid. Thank you,
Another
everyone.
great show.
Yep. Number milestone. Thanks, guys. See you next time. I got blood on my fingers. Gross. Damn it. Go.
Tell me what you vote now. I'm just saying now, Democrats stuff. Mumbling, pineapple stuff, dabbling, controversial stuff. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. N-I-C-K, mumbling is right here. People in the house, put them hands in the air. Cause if you don't vote, then we don't care. 1, 2, 3 times 2 to the 6. Jonesing for your fix of that Dabble politics mix. And when I fudge, you laugh punk. Shut the fudge up and back the fudge up while we fudge this track up. On your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up, on your flags up. Retort in, now retort out. Hands up now, hands down. Back up, back out, tell me what's in for the ducks now. Republicans in now, Democrats out. Guns up now, hands down. Black up, tell me what you gotta vote now. Dabbling, 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 dabbling. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. Come on. Keep dabbling, 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 dabbling. 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 You wanna mess with dabbling in politics? You can't mess with dabbling in politics. Listen, we debate it all every week Saturday night, and this YouTube thing right here. Yo, we're doing it all the time. So you better get some better views and get saved up on your dime. So we got the gang set, so don't complain yet. 24/7, never begging for a rain check. Old school dabblers blasting out the political shit. The back and forth shit, put bounce in the dabble pit. On your flags up, on your flags up,